In this video, we are going to identify the trigonometric identities. We start with the reciprocal identities. Secant theta is the same as 1 over cosine of theta. Cosecant of theta is the same as 1 over sine of theta. And then cotangent of theta is 1 over tangent of theta. And then tangent of theta, the quotient identities, is given by sine of theta over cosine of theta. And then cotangent of theta is given by cosine of theta over sine of theta. So here I'm going to derive the Pythagorean identities. I have the x and y coordinate. So I know this is 90 degrees, so I can write x squared plus y squared is equals to 1, or radius squared, which is 1, because the radius is 1. It's a unit circle. Now in place of x, I'm going to use cosine of theta. So I'm going to write cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equals to 1. And this is one of the Pythagorean identities. So that's number 1. I'm going to use this identity to derive the others. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to start with, let me derive the identity cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equals to 1. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide everything by cosine. If I divide everything, I'm not changing the equation. It's just going to give me something different. Cosine squared theta divided by cosine squared theta cosine squared theta. And what do I get when I do that? I get, so here this becomes 1 plus sine over cosine is the same as tan. So this is tan squared theta. 1 over cosine is the same as secant squared theta. And that gives me another identity. So I have 2 identities right now. I'm going to use the first one to derive. So this is number 1. This is number 2. I still need one more identity, so I'm going to still use the first Pythagorean identity. So I'm going to write it here. Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equals to 1. This time I'm going to divide by sine squared theta, sine squared theta over sine squared theta. So now here this gives me cosine over sine, gives me cotangent squared theta plus 1 is equals to 1 over sine squared is cosecant squared theta. And that is my third Pythagorean identity. So now we shall be using these identities to simplify trigonometric expressions in later videos.